Okay, I have slightly repositioned the table because of the sun and the light. What we're going to do is I'm going to start with the smallest tree first, getting it into one of my pots. I like these pots. I've already prepared the wiring and the gauze to prevent my medium growing out or getting out. The medium I'm using is also a stone lantern bonsai medium, and it's a nice medium size growing medium. I'm stumbling over my words today, but anyway, let's get going. As you can see, this little tree has a lot more potential and a lot of growing to do. And one thing that I have found is that there is a definite importance to planting your trees correctly in the pot. The last Monkey Thorn I did, in the last video, I realized later on that I placed it completely wrong. It looks horrible in the pot, so we'll be doing just a repot on that sometime as well. But yeah, for now, let's get cracking on these roots. Where is my cutter? Here we are. It's a long one. I've now realized that I think these pots might be a little bit small for the big one. We'll have to get it in there. I don't have a choice. But this is a thing. This is what I wanted from this journey from the beginning, is learning as I go. You know, they say when somebody tells you something, you retain 10% of what they said. When somebody shows you something, you retain 20% of what they said. When you do it yourself, when you do it and you get involved and you do things on your own and you learn that way, you have a higher retention rate. It's like 70% of the information and the knowledge that you learn is retained. So keep that in mind. Don't be afraid to get involved. Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, because that's the only way that you're going to learn. So, you know, if I'm going to plant this here now, this is what I learned from the previous time, is put it there. You've got this growth going to this side, but it's going to look totally wonky if you put it over onto the one side. I'm obviously going to be pruning it back, so I don't want this all extending. So placing it on around about there, I think, is going to be good. As I say, I've got my wiring in place already, so I'm going to be wiring the tree into position to keep it stable. And I'm going to be pruning back this side back quite a bit to get some energy into this side of the tree. It has grown a little bit lopsided, so I'm not going to be phased too much in cutting back. I'm going to cut back, and let's see where the years will take it from here. So yeah, let's get going. I'm going to wind this wire around the back here. No, don't do that, because it's going to cut into the bark as the tree grows. So if you do wire the roots, keep it in place. You don't have to do it extremely tightly. It's just there to keep the tree from moving while it's settling and putting down new roots. So there you go. Let's just get some of this. I've also got some akadama here, which is a little bit finer. I'm a sucker for contrast. I love colors, contrasting colors, textures that are contrasting. It just, when things work with each other but against each other. It sounds weird, but I like it that way, so live with it. Right, we've got some more growing medium. Get it in there. Branch. Now I get my little chopsticks again and just work this nicely into the roots in between. Get it in there. This helps prevent empty pockets and issues with watering later on. You'll see when you do your repotting and as you start working this into the roots, you can actually see the level of the medium changing around the tree as you work it in. Fortunately, this little tree did not have too many roots. I do think I lost a bit with the removal. So when it comes to the pruning that we will get to at the top here, I'm going to be taking back quite a bit because this tree is still young. It has a lot of growing and potential and a lot that we can still expect from it. Oh, I just love these thorn trees. I absolutely love them. They've just got so much character and so much to give, and they're extremely forgiving. They are ideal if you are beginning your bonsai journey. They can go for a long time without being pruned or repotted, but yeah, okay, let's get cracking with the pruning. As I said, I've got to cut back quite a bit to get this back, so let's have a look. I'm going to come around. And as you can see, I have done exactly what I didn't want to do. I have now gone and placed that tree smack bang in the middle of the pot, and I did not want that. There we go. It looks better. I like it there. Now comes the tricky part of cutting back and how much to cut back. I know that there's a given rule that branches are supposed to stick out, or how far branches stick out over the pot. I don't know what that is exactly, and I guess I can do a Google search to see what it is. My idea is obviously to get the best look for it aesthetically. and to see where it goes. I've obviously got this big branch coming out this way and then splitting, and it's actually splitting back onto itself. And this was because this one was back up against the wall. So yeah, we've got a bit of work to do. You'll see this one also comes back sharply. So I'm thinking that I'm going to prune it off around about here, and this little section there, so that we can see how that is going to bring the look again. Let's just take this off here. If you have thorn trees, and if you're thinking about doing bonsai with monkey thorns, and your wife likes gardening, do not ever leave these little branches lying around. Check that you've picked them up, because if your wife likes gardening, she will undoubtedly be walking around barefoot in the garden in spring and summer after you have repotted your trees, and she's going to step into one of these and you're going to hear all about it. It's not fun stepping into them. They've got these little hooked thorns. I'm going to see if I can show that to you. See if we can get a bit of... There we go. I mean, look at those nasties over there. Sorry, this is not making it easy. But just stepping into one of these little branches, no matter how small they are, is no fun. So make sure you throw them away. Alright, so we've cut that one back. Let's get to this joint where we said we're going to take this off. I've got some new growth there, so that will keep things keep things going and looking good. Oh, there we go. That made quite a difference, didn't it? Actually, more than I was expecting. So let's have a look and see. This I've obviously got to cut it back. Let's just take this off here at the top. Step back and have a look. There we go, it's starting to take some shape. Take this little section off here. There's a lot of new growth I'm removing now, but that's fine, that's not a problem. We still have a lot of the growing season left to work with. Obviously these little bottom branches I am going to be removing. I don't want the trunk to thicken unnecessarily over here. It's got a bit of a taper going and growing up, which I like, and I'd like to keep it that way. You see, these little guys, they hurt. Dead branch, there's no use for that. I am in two minds on whether to keep this little branch sticking up here. I'm thinking if I can take it and actually bring it out, I can actually fill in this part of the tree. So even though it doesn't look like much at the moment, we can use this tree. It's still nice and young, so I can manipulate it and shape it and put it in place. So I'm not going to be removing that. I'm going to be removing this. these little branches over here, I don't need that. What I will be doing now is, with this tree, is just keeping an eye on the growth. To make sure that there's not too much stress on the tree itself. As you saw, we don't have a lot of root ball on this tree. There was enough there, but I just don't want it to start yellowing and throw off all the leaves and then have little branches that die off because of that. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as it is. I'm just going to take this section off here. No, I'm actually not. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to leave it at. That's where I'm leaving it for now. It has a nice little look to it. I could probably have twisted it more that way. But I think that's a minor. I think for now, we've got this little guy in his pot, and I will probably place him on our stoep or patio, as my friends in America would call it, where there's a lot of light but no direct sunlight to stress it out too much, and get it growing. Thanks for watching, and yeah, if you don't mind, just click on that subscribe button. I know you hear it over and over and over, but obviously if I can start supplementing my non-existent income at the moment, that would be awesome. I still have a way to go, a lot of followers needed, and a few views more. So yeah, share it if you like. Share it if you think I'm not doing it right. Share it if I'm doing it right. Share it if you think I'm crazy, as long as you share it. So yeah, thanks. Have a good day.